fellow peoples of the Southern Cameroons, fellow Ambazonians. Today is the 15th of March 2019. My name is Capo Daniel. This is my daily podcast to you. We'll wake up today with sad news where they come over Chop for Cambe. Say terrorist forces them for La République du Cameroon. They done burn almost the entire Chop, killing over 8 people them. Cameroonian army, the Waka Bonbon has they should shoot people them anyhow because they want me Ambazonia people then surrender for access they want be independent. By the time where Amber boy the one come for the army they then begin run, then struggle, then shoot 2 army, then kill them. Very sad news they come for New Womb Day from Tiger 1. Say La République the army they don't go for inside my 50 day for Mbin compound. Then kill people them 6 people put them for inside has burn them all. Then kill people where they don't shoot down for their compound. They need to do anything. They name for the people where they kill them. Then kill Von Gibet, Bonham. Then kill Mvo, Ebenezer, Erwin Gong Thomas, Tim, Von Patrick, and Kime Peter. And Paddy Pekin also then kill them all, Bonham for inside house them for no good reason. All this atrocity the way La République the cause and for the war we poor and declare and for we. It is show we had they need to see we like human beings. They treat we like animals, like cockroaches, like rats. It make them would ask ourselves now how come we do join food with this country, this cursed country. These are the atrocities that make us to say we can never ever stay with this La République du Cameroon them for inside one country again. Now this thing they make them would explain and say self-defense. Now a national duty, all villages, all quarter, block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood, will get the duty for organize themselves into self-defense groups, create scouts, just like General Ariki Waka Duam says, set boys them for all sides, so that anytime the terrorist forces them for La République they come, will need to consider all them dangerous, armed, and ready to kill. All quarter them by now that's supposed to create know your neighbor. By now, all man supposed for them year, how La République, their senator, is stand for inside their House of Parliament. He announce them, say when they are picking, they go come for inside Southern Cameroon. They no go turn back with one man in over key up to 30 people them. The genocide is real. The danger to all males and all sons and daughters of Southern Cameroons are real. Take actions now. Organize yourself block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood, county by county, village by village, and protect yourself. All able male and female should receive AMBA training by now. We must get ourselves ready to become a contender and defend ourselves. Unless we can challenge these people on the battlefield, they will continue with their impunity for Kiwa people as they continue for Duam. Today, our point for focus na incompetent leadership. Any society where he allow an incompetent leader where he no sabi for do anything where he job not only for be leader, me rule over them. That country be bound for be destroyed and for be go backward, not be forward. Consciously or unconsciously, people that they always notice when they get leader where he lead, and when they know say the leader he need the lead, they know him consciously, even though they need to talk because of shame or because of fear. It don't they like picking them for house, they expect say papa go pay their school fees, papa go do this one, mommy go do one, mommy go provide chop. When you fail as a leader for do what they expect them for you, once a society start for begin settle with the fact say they get a leader where it be ineffective and it be incompetent, the impact on that community and that family will be disastrous. The children will start to do their things anyhow. The company will be doing their things anyhow, or the country will be collapsing and anybody will be doing anyhow. Accepting an incompetent leader will be given a very disastrous indications to the masses. It is catastrophic. For example, I've been an engineer. If our company they want to do something, and because we struggle for meet up with timeline, if the boss, my boss or my supervisor just come, he say muna do anyhow move meet up with that timeline, or the other boss he come he talk say no, we will better extend that timeline. We must make sure so we do the things it be quality. After that leadership, he take that decision. If the leader way they don't hear, they say muna do thing anyhow. Anytime where that leader said, the company go to go anyhow, why you people go to do anything where they. But any boss where you get standard, you see how it affect the way people they work, even when they not there for day. It did the same like papa for us, mommy for us, where they always take irresponsibility very seriously. That house speaking, they always sharp for book, they do everything in the correct, even when papa or mommy there for us. Now, so competent leadership, it get effect for a country. Even in our struggle for this war revolution, now so competent leadership, it get impact for our people. If our people then see leader the way them be incompetent, and then we, as the followers, as the masses, we are incapable for changing them, or we allow them to be there, the result will be catastrophic to us and the revolution. Destructive, they call this one a theory of destructive leadership. Leadership with no credibility, because as an incompetent leader, you will become credible. People don't even believe what you are saying, and people don't have a sense of direction. People don't have, anybody becomes anyhow. People will be fighting, people will be doing any type of things. As a follower or a subject, you get a very good rule for play between leadership and follower, because the acceptance by the followers or the subject say if you get a person where to be used, it did the same like picking for us. If you get a useless papa or a useless mommy, the way where you accept and to go get an impact on that papa what I go be good or your mommy what I go be good. If you accept and say a normal thing, you make excuses. Na say my mommy day, na say my papa day, my papa na drunk, and my mommy na so a day. Na say they go continue to be, but the subject and the followers who will demand change, who will take positive action and say, Papa, you must pay my school fees, mommy, as they go take them for challenge, for go above their fear, for challenge the relationship between the followers, the subject, and the leaders, it get an impact to create better leadership as well. So institutions and the community, even as a country, becomes a product of their leaders, because the image and the actions of your leader can determine and can affect the way the society becomes. Vice versa, the society as well can also impact how their leaders become. Plenty example there. For example, Seseko Ayoktabi, if we want give good road, build good infrastructure, and do all these type of things. Dr. Ayabacho, he also promised justice, democracy, legal aid for all. Samuel Sako, he promised na buy himself a promise in returns for profit. You invest for inside government, then you go gain reward. So sometimes, like subjects or followers, your relationship with your leaders may be based on fear or love. But that fear or love will not translate in any effective change in your society if you do not have respect. So respect should be the quality of our relationship with our leaders, not just based on our love or our fear for our leaders. Because respect, it be earned. Respect, they come out of a result or a track record. So our loyalty to our leaders must be based on respect, not based on whether we love them or not. Respect, you respect people for what they can do. You respect people because you can appreciate something that they can do or something that they cannot do. Southern Cameroonians, you cannot expect a child to run if you have not seen that child walking. You cannot expect a team to win championship if you cannot see that team qualify. This week, we will examine two of our leaders. One, Kumeta. We will write this name. Kumeta, a leader for SCNC for America. You go come your own, you do work for all places. Last time you go for Nigeria, you sign signature for 2 places. You don't go for inside Philadelphia, they don't hold meeting. And you come for day, then give resolution, give you power, give deadlines. Every day you go shidong for your side. We will not accept this type of leaders if we want to move up like a society. All these type of leaders who are incompetent, they need to go. Otherwise, they will become a cancer within our society, because they will affect our society, how we function as a society, and how effective will be for the revolution. Such people have to go. Write down their names. These are the type of people we cannot allow to rule us if we need to progress in Africa. John Ba Akuro, yes, he didn't respond to my criticism for the demand where people that don't rise up for us and say, John Ba Akuro, you must come talk. But he deserves to respond to the Ambazonian people about which way he be done talk him, which way they go for the manipulation for poor beer, and which way they accept her now. All these qualities are very, very important. We have seen Samuel Sako embezzled money. We have seen him indicted for treasonous embezzlement, using money donated for ground forces to pay his personal bills, house rents, pay for restaurants, when he had publicly engaged with the Ambazonian people that this money will go directly to ground zero. We have seen him come and publicly lie about the United Nations, blackmailing an institution that we look upon to help us in our quest for freedom. Fellow Southern Cameroonians, how we tolerate these people will determine our future. If we sit down and we say that where we give excuses, and we go ahead, we are going to implode, we are not going to be effective, and we are not going to succeed to have what we want and what we aspire for as a people. It is very important that we are in a society where people take responsibility, where people are accountable. And we as a people, we need to demand for more. We need to demand for better, because our sense of entitlement will determine how incentive the leaders that are over us will react in terms of prosecuting our struggle. When you see the IG, they come and they sit down for one conference, then fire the AIP, fire Secretary Chris, and these same people coming back again to be acting like nothing is going on, and then we want to accept it. Trust me, my country people, if we continue like this, all way to wood and gain, I'm going to go for water. Any society where you need to demand respect, they go use them like toilet tissue. Our people are dying back in ground zero. We cannot continue to tolerate and allow people who are incompetent, people who lie in front of us day and night. Chris Anu just lied and make up stories, and it is okay. We just give excuses. I don't even want to count the lies. Samuel Sako, the same thing. I don't even want to count the lie. But if we want to succeed, we must change our relationship with the people we allow to rule over us. We must demand better than we are demanding today. Our expectation had been that with what Bo Herbert had told us about federalists, with what John Ba Akuro had told us about this conference, we were expecting that our leaders, what they were telling us when we were within our circles as Ambazonia, when they would meet these people in private, they will hold the microphone and they will tell them, look into their eyes and say, Dr. Niba Fontem, Ellie Smith, we know that Paul Biya have sent you. This is the message we are sending back to him. That was our expectation. But if our leaders, they cannot be bold, they are incompetent in small things like this, how do they expect us to trust them in bigger things? Do you think we can succeed if we do not demand for accountability from these people? Kumeta have to step down because he has failed in his responsibility in a conference where he participated and signed the document. The same person who came and confessed that Samuel Sako was using money for his private property, private house, sign a resolution, cannot go behind and start mingling and playing with him because he's afraid and ashamed. If we tolerate this type of people, if we do not demand better, we are going to fail like other African countries, because 60% of popular movements fails because of lack of demand, lack of a sense of entitlement. Look in Burkina Faso, the people rose up, and what happened? It got dwarfed because they had no sense of what they want. In Egypt, they rose up against Hosni Mubarak. How did it end? It ended up giving them Sisi, who is even a worse dictator, giving them less freedom that they used to have. So we as a people, it is not only about bringing down a system or coming out of a system. It is about what do we want? How do we want it to build? And those things we want for our country, those things we expect, we must demand them today. We must ask for them today. Otherwise, we will never ever have them. Whether we succeed to become independent or not, trust me or not, may depend only on how we handle people like Sako, how we handle cases of inappropriate negligence from John Ba Akuro. How do we tolerate people like Kumeta, who have shown no respect for law and written engagement? Do we tolerate some few people who wants to go behind and create their own convention in Germany purposefully to overthrow Siseko Ayub Tabi? Not because it was necessary or not, but because they want to fight for power to maintain a nepotic system that has been put in place for scratch my back and scratch your own by Samuel Sako. After you hear that specific activists were receiving money paid for play, and will you still go back and entertain these same people? Will they still come back, repackage themselves, and because of your love, you still go back and you entertain them? Fellow Southern Cameroonians, how long will it take for us to understand that it is only through meritocracy that we can actually succeed? It is only by allowing leaders that have the vision, that are competent, to prosecute this struggle can make us to succeed? How long shall it take for us to understand that we cannot implement the same strategies of La République du Cameroon, of having people in positions just because they come from a certain family, because they have certain names, before we can succeed? We have to understand that we have to stop respecter of names. We have to respect people based on track records. That is the only way we have, that is the only chance we have to succeed. Do our leaders respect us? Do they have a sense of accountability or responsibility to what we say, what we demand? Are they different from the people of La République du Cameroon? Of course, we have those who are different, those we must fight for, those we must give them the chance to rule, irrespective of who they are. And once they turn their backs on us, we must turn our back on them and demand better. If we, our people, we don't have a sense of entitlement, we do not elevate ourselves from out of slavery, we do not emancipate ourselves, we will keep on being slaves, even under our own people. We have to change, emancipate ourselves. We have to demand more. And we have to tell somewhere Sako should go. Not because we hate or love him, but because he has failed in his leadership, he has failed in his promises, he has to go. Every coup d'etat who have not complied with the APNC, you have to resign. John Baakoro, the president of the consortium, you have to account to the Ambazonian people. And if you fail in your leadership, you have to step down. We cannot allow leaders who have lost credibility and integrity to continue to lead us, and we expect a different result. Fellow people of Southern Cameroon, may God bless you. May God inspire you guys. May we rise up. May we become what we want to be. Our collectivity, our success is determined more from us, the people, we the people. How resilient we are to demand the things that we want, and how persistent we are. We will have what we have. The day is done. We have enough successes to show us that victory is at hand. But we must behave. We must act rightly. We must demand the right things. And everybody must take his responsibility. Nobody in a position should behave in any other manner other than in a practical manner that is going to give us victory. God bless you.
Fellow peoples of the Southern Cameroons, fellow Ambazonians, today is the 15th of March 2019. My name is Capo Daniel. This is my daily podcast to you. We'll wake up today with sad news with the Komavo troop for Cambe. Say terrorist forces them for La République du Cameroon. They done burn almost the entire troop, killing over 8 people them. Cameroonian army, the Waka Bonbon has they should shoot people them anyhow because they want me Ambazonia people then surrender for access they want be independent.